असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. Hello my dear students. In our previous session we have discussed about water cycle or hydrological cycle. In this session we will see about oceans and also the water percentage. Let's see once observe here. Certain data is available on the board about water resources. Let's see now once. Here water resources. You know that once you observe our planet, mostly our planet is considered, or we observe on our planet most of the water. That water considered as oceans and seas, isn't it? So once you see here data is available on our planet, 97.2169 percentage of water is saline water. This saline water is available in oceans and sea. Okay, most of the water on the planet, especially that is in oceans and seas, saline water, salt water. Next, just 2.7831% of water is fresh water. Only 2.7831% of the water considered as fresh water. We have only 2.7831% of the water fresh water on the planet. 97.2169% of water is saline water. Just 2.7831% water is fresh water. Among the 2.7831% of the water, I repeat, among this, in this 2.7831% of water, okay, 69.56% of the water, 69.56% of the water completely accumulated as into ice and permanent snow. Okay, 69.56% of fresh water in the form of ice, in the form of permanent snow in where? Antarctica and Arctic. You see, Arctic, Antarctic completely snow capped, permanent ice. You see, Antarctica there is no population, there is no plantations. Okay, so 69.56% of the fresh water is available, but this fresh water is in the form of ice and permanent snow. We cannot use. Do we can use this? Impossible. Okay, right? You understand that Arctic and Antarctic in the form of ice and permanent snow. Next, 30.1% of the groundwater. Okay, 30.1% of the groundwater we have available. Underground water, runoff, we discussed runoff, percolate when it goes interior, in depth, so that is the groundwater. Next, just 0.34% of the water that is accumulate, that is available in lakes, reservoirs, river systems. Lakes, reservoirs and river system, we can say that ponds, lakes, only 0.31% of the water. You see, we are considering this 2.7831% as 100. Okay, now among this 2.7831%, 69.56% is fresh water, 30.1% is groundwater, 0.34% water is available. You see, this water maximum we are using for our daily use, for drinking water, irrigation. Okay, for various purposes we are using this water. Means less than 1% of the water we have to use. Less than 1% of the water we have to use. Groundwater, we cannot get groundwater anywhere, everywhere. Okay, only certain regions will get. If it doesn't recharge this groundwater will be depleted. Water table will be decreased. So this water we cannot use. This water, little percent of the water we can use, but this can be used, but the percentage is very less. The percentage is very less. So this is about availability of the water resources on the planet. Our planet is considered as blue planet because of the water bodies, oceans and seas. Only you know that 71% of the earth surface, okay, earth was covered by ocean, the water bodies. Only 29% only land masses. The 71% is completely water bodies and 29% is land on our planet is available. This is the percentage. Let's see now oceans. Let's see now oceans. What are oceans? What are seas? Let's see. Yeah. Usually we have learned in our first lesson what we have learned: oceans and continents. Oceans and continents are, what are these? Oceans and continents are first order landforms. These are first order landforms. First order landforms. We also knew that oceans are formed due to the rainfall. Okay, million years of the rainfall occurs, then the low basins, the low land were filled with the water, then these are formed as oceans. Okay, next, how many oceans are there? What are the types of the oceans? Actually, what are oceans? What are oceans? Oceans means what? Simple definition we can say that large water bodies. Large water bodies. Simple. Large water bodies are called as oceans. I repeat, large water bodies are called as oceans. You see, large water bodies are called as ocean bodies. Next, geographers have divided these oceans as per their convenience. Okay, the oceanic part, to consider the oceanic part, they have divided into 5 oceans. Geographers have divided the oceanic part into 5 oceans. You remember as Paisa. Finish. You remember as a code is Paisa. Paisa code. So this all 5 will come. P for Pacific, Pacific Ocean. A for Atlantic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. I for Indian Ocean. S for Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean. A for Arctic Ocean. Arctic Ocean. Okay. So you remember, if you remember Paisa, 5 oceans will get very simple. Then what is about sea? So okay sir, you have done that. So what is then what is sea? What is mean by sea? Yes, large water bodies are called opposite. Large water bodies are called oceans. Then small water bodies. You know, the word sea often used as ocean. The word sea often frequently we used as a ocean, but very small difference. Sea is a water body, or sea is a body of saline water. Sea also a body of saline water. A body of ocean also saline water. Sea also saline water. Then what is the difference? It is water. Sea is partly or fully enclosed by land. That's it. What is the difference between ocean and sea? Large water bodies, large saline water bodies are called as oceans. There are Paisa, 5 oceans were there. Sea, a body of saline water, partly or fully enclosed by land. Whenever a water body enclosed by a land, it is called as sea. It is called as sea. Okay. Next. Sir, how they were considered? What is the criteria to decide this? Okay. Okay, the major oceanic divisions are defined by geographers based on the continents or variation archipelago. Okay, variation archipelago and variation continents, it depends upon their position. So depends upon their position, archipelago and continents, they have divided into different oceans. Let's see what are the oceans. These oceans, but where they located, let's we try to find out. Yeah, I want to repeat. Geographers, usually those who study about geography, major oceanic divisions are defined by continents, various archipelagos. So what is the meaning of various archipelago? Because archipelago means chain of islands. Major oceanic divisions, it depends upon continents and archipelagos. Archipelagos means what? Chain of islands. So it will be decided. Continents and chain of mountains or chain of islands will be defined how it was named and how it was arranged. The name was given to them. Let's try to draw world map and let's try to decide places and continents or islands and try to locate oceans and seas. Yeah, let's come from. So this is Southern America. Okay, and this is Greenland. Okay, this is Greenland. It's Britain. This is Britain. So let's this time I want to write here. And this is Europe. This is Europe. It's Africa. This is India, and this is Asia. You consider as Asia, right? This is what I said, North America, and this is South America. Okay, here this side, here you see this is again Asia. If Earth is in spherical shape, no? Okay, spherical shape. Again, these both ends will be merged. Then we can say that it is Pacific. And this is Atlantic. This is Indian. Here Australia will be there. This side. Okay. And this is Indian. Okay. So first Paisa. Second IS. This is here Antarctica. This place is Antarctica. Here this is Southern Ocean. And this is Arctic Ocean from this part. This is Arctic Ocean. So what did you understand from this? Pacific. First Pacific separates Asia, America. Pacific separate Asia and Oceania. Oceania means this part. This is also here we can also call as, this is Bay of Bengal. But beside Bay of Bengal, this part, again here Pacific will be there. Due to here there is no proper space, so that I cannot show you here. So this part, Pacific separate Asia and Oceania from Northern America. Atlantic separate Europe. This is Europe. Atlantic separate North America and Europe. Atlantic also separate Africa. And South America. Indian Ocean. You consider that Indian Ocean separate Africa. Indian Ocean separate Africa and Australia. This is what? Australia. This is what? Australia. Okay, next the Southern Ocean. Sometimes Southern Ocean defined as extension of Pacific Ocean, extension of Atlantic Ocean, extension of Indian Ocean. It is considered, some of the members they considered that yes, Southern Ocean, also known as Antarctic Ocean, this ocean is considered as extension of Pacific Ocean, extension of Atlantic Ocean, extension of Indian Ocean. Here, let's see Arctic Oceans. Somebody they believed that Arctic Ocean also part of Atlantic Ocean. Okay, Arctic Ocean considered as a sea. Arctic Ocean also considered as a sea which covers in the Arctic region, which covers into the Arctic region. Example, that is also belongs to Atlantic Sea. Atlantic, the extension of the Atlantic also called as Arctic. The extension of the Arctic also called as Atlantic. It is also, we can say that Atlantic Sea. Atlantic Sea. Atlantic Ocean also called as Atlantic Sea in this region, where in Greenland, in the Europe, and this is Eurasia. This is we called as Eurasia. So Atlantic Ocean also considered as Atlantic Sea or Arctic Ocean. In this region, Greenland, Europe or Eurasia. Okay. So these are the important oceans where they separate. Once you look any India's or world map, outline map, you have to be point out them. You may know very easy. This is Greenland, this is Europe, and this is Asia. Due to there is not availability of the space, so that I didn't draw the Pacific Ocean of here, China, Japan, Papua New Guinea, and these New Zealand parts. I hope you understand about this. Next, you know, there are million years ago, you have, once you recall, what our continental drift theory was suggested by Alfred Wegener. What Alfred Wegener was suggested as? Alfred Wegener, he introduced a theory which we call as continental drift theory. Am I right? You see, this is land mass once upon a time, this is Earth. On Earth, so these parts are land. Okay, these part considered as land, and the water body which surround this land, he was called as single super ocean. The single super ocean. What he called the land he was called as Pangaea. The single super ocean he was called as Panthalassa. Okay, so later this Panthalassa are divided into different parts. Okay, they are different parts. Now we are calling as Paisa. Okay, Paisa means there are 5 oceans and a number of seas: Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, Black Sea, Dead Sea. Okay, English Channel. There are a lot of seas were there. Okay, right. Next, Britishers were, whenever their expeditions were started, always Britishers were very eagerly to know about the places. They wanted to know about the places of land like India, other countries. They are also very excited to know about the seas. They are also very important to know about the oceans. Britishers are very interested to know about the oceanography. What is mean of oceanography? Oceanography means complete study about ocean. Complete study about ocean is called as oceanography. To investigate. So they wanted to investigate something. What they wanted to investigate? They wanted to investigate about the oceans. They wanted to investigate about the seas. To investigate oceans, they began expedition. Who began? British began expedition. Yeah. What was the expedition? That expedition was began between the expedition began between 1872 to 1876. In these 4 years, this year was not mentioned in our text. Students, this year was not mentioned in our text, but you remember that 1872 to 1876 they began the investigation. They began scientific program. This also we can say that it is scientific program. Okay, scientific program. The scientific program for what purpose? Scientific program to investigate certain things about the oceans. They wanted to go inside of the ocean. They wanted to know about. They wanted to collect the data. They wanted to collect a wide range of data. Sorry. They wanted to collect a wide range of data about ocean features. About ocean features. They wanted to know about the ocean features. They wanted to know about what are the things is there inside of the ocean. Finally, it was the expedition done by Challenger, HMS Challenger, the ship, Challenger ship. Okay, HMS. Britishers sent HMS Challenger, the first expedition in the world. It was the first successful worldwide deep sea exploration. First successful deep sea exploration. Okay, exploration which was done by HMS Challenger. Okay, deep sea exploration which was done by HMS Challenger. Sir, why it was successful? What they did? This Challenger was made, and the Challenger was found. This Challenger discovered. We can say that this Challenger discovered. Sir, what this Challenger discovered? This Challenger discovered that one of the world's deepest trench, one of the deepest point on the earth, Mariana was, Mariana is world deepest point. It was discovered by HMS Challenger. It was done by the Britishers. So this is our today's topic. In this topic we have discussed about water resources. What percent of the water is available on the planet? How much percentage we have to use? What are the oceans? What are the seas? Okay, Paisa we have learned, and after we have done about this discovery of HMS Challenger. Hope you understand. I am always available to you to declare or to get your doubts or to solve your doubts. Contact me, write in a comment. Thank you.